everyone. We're going to look at these 6 graphs and determine how to write them in notation with an inequality, interval notation, or set notation. So we'll get started, and we're going to do 6 first. So basically, when you look at this, and we're just going to call these lines x's, you look at number 6. This is saying our value x is greater than or equal to -1, and it can equal because it's closed, but it's less than or equal to 4. You can also combine this and say x is less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to -1, but less than or equal to 4. And basically this is nice because it says x is in between -1 and 4 inclusive. Now interval notation, since these are both equal here, you use brackets here, and then that would be, you just write -1, 4. Now set building notation is you just take the inequality, and you're going to start using this when you get to calculus or pre-calculus. You're just going to write x, so you just use these braces, such that, and just copy this down. X is greater than or equal to -1 or less than or equal to 4. Or you can say x is in between -1 and 4 inclusive. Inclusive means including both -1 and 4. Okay, so let's do the next one. Okay, the next one's very similar except it's open, so it can't, these are open intervals. So you're going to say x is greater than -1, x is less than 4. So again, the easier way to write it is like in between. X is in between -1 and 4. Exclusive. Exclusive means it can't include -1 and 4. It can get close to it, but it can't include those numbers. Therefore, our interval notation use parentheses. Parentheses means open interval. So write -1, 4. All right, and set builder notation, we're just going to take that, and you're going to use this again in pre-cal. You're going to use braces and say x such that, and just copy this down. -1 is less than x, and is less than 4. I just like saying x is in between -1 and 4, exclusive. Okay, so number 8, this one. This is saying x is greater than or equal to 3. So this goes off to infinity. So on our interval notation, why did I put 3? This is 2. All right. So in our interval notation, we put a bracket, so it's 2, comma, and it goes all the way to infinity, and put infinity. Now this you have to do open, because it can never equal infinity, because infinity is not a number. All right, it's not a numerical value. There's always one more than infinity. It's an abstract notion. Now set builder notation, you can just copy this down, but write your braces, x such that x is greater than or equal to 2. All right. Now the next one is, which one? This one, 9. So it looks like it's this whole number line. So basically it's all real numbers. You can write all real numbers. You could, I guess, write it x is less than infinity, -infinity to infinity. A lot of times they write x belongs, they use this inclusion sign, all real numbers, but don't worry about that. So the interval notation is just going to be since it can't equal infinity, you're going to write negative infinity to infinity. And then your set notation is just going to be x. Again, you could write all real numbers there, such that, and just copy this down. X is in between negative infinity to infinity. I'll just tell you, they usually don't write it this way. Usually if it's infinity like that, negative infinity to infinity, they usually just write x, and you write a C with a line in it, and then put double lines and a R. It's called double R, and that means it's all real numbers. Next one, we have 10. So we're starting at negative 1, but it can't equal it. So x is greater than negative 1, or it's bigger than negative 1, but it can't equal it. Now this also goes to infinity. So it's open interval negative 1, and then to infinity, and then you do this one, the parentheses. And set builder notation, just copy this, x such that x is greater than negative 1. And the last one is very similar. So we'll go a little quicker. This one is just x is greater than or equal to negative 3. So the interval notation, it can equal negative 3, and it goes all the way to infinity. So close it up that way with the parentheses. And then your set builder notation is x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 3. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.